Are you sitting in a space where you are struggling with anxiety? Do you feel like a prisoner to the cycles of depression? Do you feel stuck in your life and feel frustrated and lost, but yet you know there is so much more on the other side of this mental breakdown? I want to hold your hand through this therapeutic life healing journey. I will help you navigate emotional healing, spiritual growth, and taking action so you can align your mind, body, and spirit to completely transforming your life. You are worthy of the life of your dreams, of stepping into your power and experiencing your breakdown as your breakthrough. Hey, I'm Adit. I'm a therapist, a mindset coach, and I want to partner with you so we can heal your life together. Welcome back to Therapeutic Life Healing with me, Adit, your host. I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to talk about the 5 ways to integrate the small wins in your life so that you can feel much more accomplished and remember how much you've overcome. Before we dive into today's episode, I just want to take a moment to thank you for tuning in from all over the world. I love seeing where you're tuning in from, and I check it often to just see where folks, what cities, what states, what countries you're tuning in from. And it's so great that we can come connect here on so many ways technology is so distracting and overwhelming, but in these ways, it's really wonderful how we can all kind of come together in a place of alignment and things that we really appreciate, like personal development and healing and growth and mindset shifts, and really come together in this podcast show. So thank you for being here, taking the time to work on yourself and really work on the things that matter to you so that we all can become the best versions of ourselves and help others and inspire them to do the same as well. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. They really matter and go a long way. It helps me to reach more people just like you on their healing journey, and I appreciate them so much. I love reading them, and I appreciate you so much for just taking the time to do that. Now, in today's episode, I think it's so important because it's something that gets overlooked when we think about integrating our wins and really celebrating these small moments of wellness and growth and healing. It doesn't take up a lot of our time, if at all. And so there's no better time than this present moment to celebrate your small wins, no matter how small they seem to be. Especially with our current state of the world, it's just a constant can be a stressful place to be. More people are just overwhelmed and stressed out between your workload. Maybe there's less time for yourself or your family, and definitely less time to celebrate your small win. So this is a must. And I want this episode to be a reminder for yourself to do that. And you might be thinking, why is that important? Just think of it as a roller coaster of emotions that you're going through, because there's a lot going on in the world and in your life. And there's probably a lot of emotions and experiences that you've gone through and are going through. And it can be overwhelming. And to really look at creating more motivation or reaching these goals you've set for yourself, or success or more satisfaction with your life, and whether it's personal or professional, it's really about honoring and celebrating the small wins that will give you that much needed boost that you're looking for to go from where you are right now to where you see your future self, these dreams that you have, this place of healing and transformation and growth that you're seeking. I really think it's an art to integrate your small wins. We've lost the ability to celebrate the small wins because, we get just kind of caught up in this goal-driven, we want more and accomplish more and do more and achieve more mentality, that it really is an art to slow down and take the time to honor yourself and honor what you've overcome and think about and celebrate why you have come so far, how you have invested in yourself to get to this point, and things that you already have that you only wished you had at some point, and now they're reality, but yet you probably haven't even taken that much time to really honor yourself and how you got to that place already, that maybe you've, achieved a goal already or overcome a lot, and you haven't even thought about how you did that or how you even got to this point where, you are living some of your dreams in reality now. And you're not alone. Many of us do that, myself included. I have to consciously remind myself to integrate my small wins and to look for the things that really matter to me in the day-to-day, because we are constantly, our attention is pulled in so many directions between our phone, our emails, people at work, our families, our friends, news, things in the world. It's a lot. And it's so easy to just forget about what you've overcome and what you've been through and what wins you've had for the day. I mean, who has sometimes time for that, right? But again, what you put your focus on, what you put your attention to will grow. So I really want this episode to be that reminder for you of the 5 ways to really start integrating your wins. So number 1, how to celebrate your small wins is notice them. Small wins are different. Each day could be just a different experience of what that small win, but recognizing them is the first step and not having them be overlooked. So any small step forward towards, reaching a goal, or, maybe it was even being able to get up and get something done for the day that felt productive or important to you. Even sometimes if you're in a deep state of depression, sometimes even getting up and cleaning the house or taking a shower, going for a walk, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, that's a win sometimes too. And not forgetting that your small wins, they can look any type of way. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just sticking with them and really thinking about them, journaling about them, or reflecting on them and recognizing that this small win, while it doesn't change everything and it doesn't change the world or change or transform your current state, but the point is it's meant to just be a mood booster for the moment, to just really bring to your attention that, hey, I did something today. It was important. I did do something that really mattered, or it brought a smile to my face or a smile to somebody else's face, and really integrating that win into your body, into your mind, into your spirit, giving yourself that high five and celebrating your small win, because every day you're making progress and every day is a step forward towards something, and may it be fruitful. And not just forget about yourself, even in these small moments that you're working towards improving your path or working on your healing. And it matters. It really does. So just starting to notice them will be an important part of your healing journey. Number 2, track your progress. Just tracking your wins sometimes can feel nice to just kind of take this bigger moment to take a step back and journal and reflect and really write out, how have you overcome certain situations or things, these kind of bigger life experiences or moments where you now have what you didn't have before, or you wished, or you dreamed of, or it was a goal that you really now are living that reality. If you can really start journaling and reflecting of how you got to that place and celebrating that, you can go for a walk and think about it. You can journal about it. You can talk to somebody else about it, but just ask yourself, what has worked well for me? What have I done really well this week or this month or this year or last year or this last decade? What has really been the steps that I've taken that have really helped me heal, or ways I've invested in myself, or ways that I have grown or I've shifted? What are the small accomplishments I did achieve this week or this month? And how did I feel about this? Really start creating, Mel Robbins starts with creating more did it lists rather than to-do lists. So write your did it list and what you've already done, and celebrate those things that you've done. Celebrate those things, those wins that you have already accomplished. For some people, even just scanning at the end of the day, maybe before bed or right before, you kind of in your bedtime routine, where you just think about the day and think about, what did I do well today? What's one thing I can really name that I just want to celebrate that. I want to honor it. I just want to even say it out loud. It doesn't have to be this grandiose big thing every single day. But if you haven't done this in a long time, it will be nice to start somewhere and just even recognizing maybe even tonight, one small win for the day today and reflecting on that. And then maybe taking some time to journal about that sometime this weekend or this week or month coming up, and think about how you've overcome so many things already in your life and celebrating those things. Number 3, once you start practicing number 1 and 2, is starting to just create this as a habit now, to just ensure that you have a way that you are going to really celebrate your small wins. When we think about a lifetime of wellness and well-being and mental health, we're looking for that. We're looking for habit shifts that really are intentional, and they're really like setting our minds up for these ways that really start beginning to transform our lives. So these rituals or practices to achieve this. So this is no different, but really just starting to set yourself up for daily success with your habits, and setting your mind up to celebrate and integrate your wins, and program your mind and your body to search and achieve this as a daily habit. You might start developing the habit of just even asking yourself at the end of the day, what's one thing I did really well today? What's one thing I'm proud of, or one thing I really honor within myself? And you repeat that out loud to yourself, or, or you say it quietly to yourself, or you share it with someone. It doesn't really have to have rules around it, but just this habit that you're forming after noticing it and after beginning to really integrate it, that it turns into a habit. And so number 4, to really make it even deeper for you, is to share your small wins with someone else in your life, and to share it as a form of connection and asking them what their small win is. So then you start inspiring each other to really have this become a part of your daily or weekly or frequent conversations, and, become something that maybe you talk about at work with your team or your spouse or a close friend, a family member. It's just incredibly motivating, and it keeps you engaged. It strengthens relationships, and just, thinking about it as a way to celebrate and honor each other, taking pride in your accomplishments and your small wins. Oftentimes we remain silent. We feel uncomfortable sharing our wins with other people. We feel like maybe it's bragging, or, people are stressed out. So why am I going to talk about what I'm happy or what I'm celebrating? And maybe I'm not happy and I just don't feel like I'm celebrating anything. So it will feel uncomfortable. It might feel unnatural at first, but this is something that is important. It's life sustaining, and it's healthy to do in relationships. Remember, what you focus on will grow. So find yourself an accountability partner that will really go on this journey with you. It's incredibly powerful in verbalizing your wins with another person out loud. It, speaks volumes, in ways of building confidence and closeness, vulnerability. And just remember that your family, your friends, even coworkers, they're your biggest supporters, and they want to see you win, and you want to see them win. And you both want to see each other succeed. So why not share that part of your life? We oftentimes are so easy and quick to share our stressful things, or our horrible day, or whatever went wrong, or our worry or our fear. So what if we flip that? What if we just start practicing this habit of sharing our win, or whatever we're proud of or honoring within ourselves instead, as part of our weekly check-in, or kind of this open discussion at work, or encouraging each other to do that in this kind of ongoing, rejuvenated spirit, way, this motivation to just continue with this momentum that's so desperately needed in a world that is so full of fear and so many bad things, and just continue this path towards overall wellness. And number 5, how to integrate your win, is finally just rewarding yourself, having something to look forward to that's just incredibly motivating to you, celebrating that small win with something just small and concrete. It could be dinner with a friend at your favorite restaurant. It could be just taking in a nice long walk, or going for a spa, or, could be just even reading your favorite book at home with some tea. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but just even that visual of like, what is that thing that will feel rewarding to me to celebrate my small win, and just taking the afternoon off to take a nap, or go to my favorite bookstore or coffee shop, or go to that yoga class that I love so much and just have this moment of joy to celebrate my win and, making it really personalized. So those are the 5 ways to integrate your wins. And I hope that you take the time to just start practicing that as soon as today, whenever you're hearing this episode. By the end of your day, I want you to practice just asking yourself, noticing, what is my small win for the day? And when you have some more time, really journaling and writing out, what are the things you've overcome, things that you've already accomplished that were once dreams or goals that you had, and you're really living them in reality now, and how you can just honor yourself for how far you've come, what you've done already. And that will make such a mood booster for you and feel so motivating and rejuvenating, and then share that with somebody. So practice this, and I would love to hear what comes up for you. Send me an email at hello@aditc.com. And I really love to hear how you're integrating your wins. And if you'd like to just even have one breakthrough session where we're doing that together to really reflect on how far you've come, and I can ask the right questions to really unlock that for you, go ahead and send me an email, and we can set up a complimentary 15-minute consultation where we can see if that is something you'd like to explore, and set up a time to take a 60-minute virtual session together to really unpack that and really invest in your healing and growth journey together. Well, friends, I hope this episode really resonated. Some parts of it for you really stood out, and I see you. I honor you. I know you've come so far. If you're tuning into this podcast, this episode, you are someone who is invested in your healing journey and your well-being. And that alone, my friend, is something to celebrate and to honor and to be seen and recognized and rewarded. With that, I hope you take good care of yourself and take good care of each other. I'll meet you here next week. Thank you so much for listening to the Therapeutic Life Healing Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please take a moment right now and think of one friend you can share your biggest aha moment from this episode. And if you haven't already, please leave me a review. I read each and every single one of them. I know you're someone who values helping others, and by taking these actions, you help me help more people. And as a thank you, I would love to send you my free squirrel quiz to help you discover your unique life balance and boundaries. You can access this free quiz by going to aditc.com and signing up. I hope you find the moments of peace throughout your week you so deserve. Be well, friend, and see you next Friday.